setting his opponent up, Louie Lopez. Great that they've patched things up. A lot of respect, it looks like here. We're going to take your questions. Just put your hand up. We'll come right to you.
Congratulations to you guys on such a tremendous fight. Is it safe to say that all the beef and all the other stuff is now put aside?
Definitely. And I know he agrees with it too.
Louie, do you feel that way also?
Absolutely. It's squash. He's an animal, man. He's got my respect.
So how is this fight different, guys, than what you expected, than what you prepared for?
Well, I think I could speak for both of us. We both didn't expect each other to be so tough, you know. I really thought I was going to get him out of the first, and he got up twice in the first, and that showed me he a dog for real. He's the number one. Whoa, I think I went up on the scale now, but he was the number one for a reason, you know. He really was, and if you see all his fights, he's a dog, man. He goes to the end fighting. I think he had a big advantage on Kai. Kai just kept grabbing onto him, you know. If Kai wasn't grabbing onto him, hugging him, I think he would have finished him, honestly. This is my first time ever in my life hitting the canvas. Not even, I sparred heavyweights before. I got him cracked, and I never hit the ground. I thought I had iron chin until this man hit me. He put me down. So I give him all the respect, man.
Question for you, Louie. Multiple times throughout the fight, the mouth guard kept falling out of your mouth. Was there something wrong with the mouth guard tonight, or can you explain what was going on there?
Personally, my gym's been scattered in Montana, so I've just been kind of training around, to be honest. So I think my cardio still was just a little bit ignored, I think. So that's honestly, and I'm being honest, that's probably why my mouthpiece kept coming out. I just kept breathing a little bit too hard, and that's when I started feeling the fatigue. It was into the third round and the second round, of course, and I think that's why my mouthpiece just kept shoving out, because when you're tired, your mouth's open a little bit, you know, and when you're tired, you got to breathe out of your mouth too. So I think that was a big part of it.
Question for both of you.
Yeah.
We've seen his notorious conditioning of his hands, and he claims to be the hardest hitter in 145. You showed ultra toughness by taking monster shots from him. Did he live up to his power tonight?
100%, 110%.
Louie, were you ever, when you didn't get up, was it because you were hurt or you just had taken enough, or?
Honestly, it was a little bit of both. I didn't want to fight tired again live on television. I go and fight my ass off and do what I do best for myself and for my opponent and for this business. But at the end of the day, you know your own limit. The fourth round, I felt like if I would have kept going, I felt like if one more shot like that would have maybe put me out with my eyes behind my head, and I didn't really want that. So, I mean, we take risks, and anything he hit me with was lights out stuff. But yeah, it was a little bit of both. So my cardio needs to be a little bit more focused on as well.
My question's for Bryan Duran. Bryan, several times in the fight you were rushing and missing, and then when you got knocked down and got back up, it seemed like you almost recomposed yourself. What do you attribute that to? Because that's the first time we've ever seen you dealing with adversity.
Well, the second time, my fourth fight against Aguilar, I also went through a personal situation. You know, I was dehydrated, almost had a kidney failure, literally 32 hours before the fight. And doctor, I went to the hospital. You know, something I never said before. I went to the hospital after the weigh-in, and they told me, you shouldn't fight. You passed 2 rounds, you might die. I didn't have enough time so I already knew what the dog I had inside of me, you know, but hitting the canvas, hearing the whole stadium quiet, and I just got back up as fast as I could. I didn't want to wait until the 8 count, none of that. And I wanted to show the world who I was. He cut my face from the first round, you know, and the first time I ever bleed on camera, you guys seen it, you know, so I always knew who I was. I always knew the power I had. It's just I had to show it, and I felt like this man right here was the perfect opponent to show the truth, you know. And man, another thing, I'm the cash cow, man. Everybody knows it, man. The whole stadium was here for me. You guys know what it is, man. And I just stand on my name, 100% finish rate for a reason, you know. I work hard, you know, thanks to my coach, thanks to my teammates, and obviously the mindset that I have, that I feel like that's really what beats the odds, you know, the mindset, the reason why.
One more for you, Bryan. You're 6-0 now.
Yes, sir.
You just beat the number 1 ranked guy in the division, but you're kind of the newest top 5er in the division. There's other guys ahead of you. Where do you think this places you in that top 5 in the 145?
I mean, respectfully, Louie, I beat the number 1 guy, so I feel like I'm number 1. You know, I feel like I need to strap next. One, I sell more tickets than everybody 145. That's 1,000,000%. The hardest hitter I train harder than everybody. First one to get there, last one to leave. You can even ask the champ, you know, Palomino. I get there early, and by the time he gets there, like 2 hours later, I'm still there trying to do something, you know. Obviously, he motivates the hell out of me, bro. I look up to that man so much. You guys have no idea his age, working how he works. People just don't see the outside. Last fight when he fought Lily, broke his hand, didn't say nothing, went into the fight like a dog, you know. And that's something I look up to, and I understand that the heart takes you further than anything outside of that, you know. And yeah, man, like I said, once again, and I'm gonna keep saying, I am the cash cow. I am the future of this sport, and I will show it, and I will live and take on anybody that stands in front of me. I'm never gonna lose that 100% finish rate, because all I need is that one punch to land, and it showed tonight.
Bryan, I don't know if you could hear it, but you were by far had the loudest cheer and ovations for you going. Did you thrive on that? Like you seemed to like really turn it on when everybody started, you know, chanting "Gallo, Gallo."
I'm already used to it, man. For my debut, man, $20,000 tickets. My debut with 300 followers on my Instagram. You know, like I had the streets behind me. Anybody that's been around Miami asking about Gallo, they know what's up. You know, I changed my whole life, and I feel like that's why I'm getting so much support. People are so happy to see the change I made, and that's something that speaks volumes. You know, it's easy to be the bad guy. You know, it's so easy to be the bad guy, but it's really hard to learn from your mistakes and change as much as you can. You know, and become the better man that you have inside of you, because we all have it. We just got to find it.
All right, we have one coming in from our media online. Is this for Louie? It's from Gabe Padilla. Louie, how surprised were you getting dropped early in the fight?
To be honest, I was a little surprised, but I knew his power. I knew what this man had. I knew that if you noticed the first time I got knocked down, I kind of just got right back up a little bit and kind of grazed it off. But as the fight went on and as we kind of battled back and forth, those shots were still, you know, doing damage at the same you know, level of power that they were in the first round. So I mean, I'm gonna give it to this man. He's tough. He deserves a title shot. He's the real deal.
Bryan, we had a conversation yesterday, and a lot of that was centered around the changes that you've made recently around your life. What was it like being the new Bryan, stepping out there and doing what you do in front of your audience?
It felt amazing because I knew my reason why, and one of those reasons, obviously, like I said, I support, you know, like I have an autistic son, man, and that's one of the things that drives me to work so hard, and one of the reasons that made me change, you know, like I need to be there. A lot of people overlook the situations and those conditions in kids, and I want to bring awareness, and I feel like the only way I can do that is working my butt off and coming here and showing out, because when you're winning, they're going to listen. You know, and I got on my knees and I prayed before coming out while I heard him throwing mad hands in the back, going crazy in the back. I just got on my knees and I prayed with my team, and I told God the only way I can really do this and even teach my opponent something in life was, you know, by winning, by knockout, you know, and I feel like he learned the lesson. It wasn't about being tough. It's something deeper than that, something that you got to learn for outside the ring, and I know he understands what I mean, and I'm just so glad I gained his respect. You know, we said words to each other, you know, and man, it's just a bigger purpose, bro. When you fight for something bigger than yourself, there's no way of stopping you. Because I felt pain too when he dropped me. I was like, not so much physical, but mentally, like, whoa, I dropped in front of my whole city. You know, I heard everybody quiet, scared, and I was like, nah. This is my time. This is my time to shine and show the world who I am. And I even changed my bio like a whole month ago. I put it 6-0, 6 KOs, and I do that for a reason, so I can remind myself every time I log into my Instagram, which we all spend a lot of time on our phones. You know, I remind myself. I wrote in a notebook, which I'm gonna show him later. Take a picture of it. You know, I stand in front of the mirror and I said it every day over 100 times before I went to the gym. You know, respectfully, Louie. You know, I'm a win by knockout. I'm a win by knockout. You know, and I tell myself that, and I manifested it, and I understand what it takes, and what it takes is a bigger reason why than yourself.
All right, there you go. The fight of the night, what a fight it was. Bryan Durna Louie versus Louie Lopez. Thank you for that fight, guys. It was amazing. And now the hatchet's been buried. We love that too. All right. Next up, before we get to the main event, we're going to bring